All right, so we're back in Las Vegas, finally out of the Midwest. We're going to talk about two casinos here in Las Vegas, Resort World and Park MGM. They're on kind of opposite ends of the strip, not totally opposite ends. Park is not all the way on the south end, and Resorts is not all the way on the north end, but close. So this is near the north end here. You see Circus Circus over there, and there's the new Fountain Blue, which we'll look at in a minute, but we're not going to review Fountain Blue. You'll just see the outside of it a little bit. I did play there a little bit on this trip. So here we go. All right, so I'm walking in. This is my room at Conrad's at Resort World. Let's see what we got in here is a closet and laundry, a couple of robes, laundry bag, and ironing board, standard stuff. And let's see what we got here. All the mini bar, all kinds of overpriced snacks and water. Fridge is just for the mini bar. You know, there's beer and whatnot in there, I'm sure. You know. Drinks, various kinds. And I don't have a lot of comps here, so I'll probably be avoiding that. One king-size bed. I don't know, guys. You know, I find most hotels, this one looks pretty good size, you know, but a king-size bed should be square. In other words, it should be as long as it is wide. And to me, hotel room king-size beds are not the same as, you know, like a king-size bed you would have at your house. I don't know. Maybe you guys can comment on that. Let me know what you think. Is that true? Are king-size hotel beds smaller than the average king-size bed? Let me know what you guys weigh in on that. I've been meaning to actually like measure them. Drawers in here. I'm just looking to see if there's usually there might be a safe in one of these drawers. There it is. Yeah. So I knew they'd have a safe. Always have a safe. And then while you're commenting, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And more importantly, subscribe and turn the notifications on. That way you'll get notified when I put new videos out. All right, almost forgot the bathroom. Let's check out the bathroom here. 2 sinks, big jug of hand wash and lotion, and then little treasure box here with looks like Q-tips and gauze, and some shower caps. All right. Separate room for the toilet, and then we have the shower, which have a wand, of course, and then you also have the rain water type thing. I forget what they call that, but you know, where it rains down on you. So you could use either one or both. And of course there's the bench for when you get tired while you're taking your shower. All right, lots of good food here. They have this supposed to resemble like a street vendor, like food trucks section. All different kinds of tasty things there from all around the world, different cuisines. And they also have lots of other restaurants. I'm sure they have a buffet. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they do. They have a buffet. They have all kinds of good stuff. So we'll talk about some of that later too. All right. All right, so we're in the mall at Resorts World. I mentioned we were going to talk about the restaurants. They have 37 restaurants here. I think I said that there's a buffet. There's not exactly a buffet, but Junior's restaurant, which is sort of the main restaurant when you first get into the casino if you're coming from the hotel lobby, they have a breakfast buffet. And what you're seeing here is part of a restaurant. They have, I'm trying to think which one that is. I think you can see the sign there. But I've eaten in a few of the restaurants here. The food is very good. A lot of those restaurants are sort of the fast food ones, the ones that are part of the street
food vendors that they have. They're supposed to be kind of like food trucks. So that's probably about 10 of the restaurants right there. There's an Italian restaurant. There's at least 2 or 3 Mexican restaurants. There's a good kind of fast food place for breakfast called Suns Out, Buns Out, where they have like breakfast sandwiches and things like that. And they also have like lunch sandwiches, and you can get those to go or you can eat them there. So you're looking at that emoji thing there. They have this like big ball that lights up with LED lights. That's kind of fun in the mall here. And I said I was going to talk about the rewards programs at these different casinos. Resorts does it a little bit differently than most. Most of the hotels, casinos in Vegas, in order to get like the free play. So if you gamble a little bit or kind of a lot when you're here in Vegas at any particular property, after a while, when you go home, a couple months later, you're probably going to get an email or regular mail, assuming you gave them that information and you used your player's card when you played. And they're going to offer you like a free night stay or probably 2 or 3 nights free, or just discounted if you didn't play that much. And they're going to offer you some free play. The thing that's different about resorts is that you don't have to stay at one of their hotels in order to get the free play or even the food credits that they'll give you. So they'll give you some credits. Like I didn't play a whole ton when I first came here, and I haven't been playing that much since. So I only get $300 in free play, and I get, I think it's $100. Well, this trip actually I got 0 for food and things like that. But usually I'd get like $100 for food, and then I get free hotel rooms. Well, you can use any or all or none of that. So you can stay somewhere else and just come and use the $300 in free play and the $100 in food, or you can choose to stay here and do that. So let's say you had another offer somewhere else. Let's say you had a better offer at Park MGM, which we're going to look at in a little while later on in this video. So you can stay at Park MGM, take their free play and their free food, but then you could also come down here the other end of the strip and get a meal on Resorts World and maybe play a little bit for free on Resorts World, and you don't have to stay here. You don't have to get a room. So that's kind of nice. Most of them don't do it that way. There's a few others that do it that way too, where it's separate. I believe the Palms does it separately as well. So, and that's because here, at least at resorts, the hotel and the casino are like 2 separate companies. You have Hilton runs the hotels, and Genting runs the casino part. So it'll say Genting Rewards as part of your rewards program. So that's how it works here. There's Viva. I believe that's the Mexican restaurant that I ate at. Yes. And not this trip, but last trip I ate there. It was very, very good Mexican food. The casino itself, which I'm sorry I don't have a video from, is on the smaller side. I'd say it's a medium-sized casino for Las Vegas. So it's not small by any means, but it's not huge. So it's an average size Las Vegas Strip casino. And they have, all your games that you would typically find in just about any of the. All right, and here we have the pool at Resorts World, and you're looking up at the Conrad where I'm staying. And it's a nice day here in the middle of January 2024 in Las Vegas. It's about almost 60 degrees. I'd say it's about 58, I think, if I remember right. And you're saying, how come there's nobody at the pool? Well, because it's the middle of January. Actually, these particular pools are closed, but you can walk around here. And they do have one pool and one hot tub that is open. So we're just about done here. And we're going to take a walk down to the other end of the strip. I'm actually going to drive, of course, down to the other end of the strip, and I'm going to check into Park MGM, and we're going to talk a little bit about them and how they're different. Park MGM's, or MGM in general, their rewards program, I think, is very good. They are one where, in order to get the free play and the free meals and stuff, you do have to check into one of their hotels. But the beautiful thing about MGM properties is, unlike resorts where it's just this property, they have about 7 casinos on the strip, and I think it's a total of 9 different hotels, because sometimes they have a hotel like where I'm staying at Park MGM, then the Nomad Hotel is also connected to that, but there's not really a Nomad casino. It's all just the same property, just a different hotel technically. Although when I stayed there a couple of times, it's hard to tell when you're in the Nomad, when you're in Park MGM. It's all pretty much the same. And Aria's like that too. They also have Vidara. All right, so this is still the north end of the strip by Fontainebleau. I do want to talk a little bit about where we're going, Park MGM and MGM's reward program. I think, in my opinion, they're probably the best. Now, maybe it's because I played more than I have at other places, but that's easy to do there because they have so many casinos. So you don't just have to concentrate all your play in one casino. You can move around and play at different places. So you can play at various different casinos. Maybe one casino has a game you like, maybe it doesn't. If you are a slot hustler, like a lot of people that watch this channel are, you can find various, a lot more opportunities if you have 9 casinos to choose from, or 7, or whatever it is here on the strip with MGM. And so it's much easier to build up points on a card. I'm sorry if this is confusing. Yeah, we're looking at Fontainebleau and Resorts World, and I'm talking about MGM because I'm still on the north end of the strip, going to be heading south in a little bit here, but I just didn't have any other footage to talk over. So anyway, with MGM, you can also use your comps at any property. So if you have comps and you're staying at Park, that doesn't mean you just have to use all of your comps, all of your food credits and resort credits just at Park MGM. If you want to go, for example, I had $1,000 in comps when I stayed here at Park MGM. I went to a show at New York, New York. I was able to use my comps for that. My sister, who came and visited me while I was here, went to the Bellagio Spa, used the comps for that. We ate at a restaurant at Aria, and we ate at another restaurant at Luxor. I don't think I actually used any of my comps at Park MGM.
Okay, so this is the room at Park MGM. I like Park MGM because they are non-smoking. They're the only fully non-smoking casino that I know of in Las Vegas. So that's one thing that I like about it, because I don't like all the smoke. All right, so right away walking into the room, we have the usual snacks, which are definitely not cheap. And what I do like, though, is there is a coffee maker here, and this is complimentary, so that's nice. And even though they have the minibar fridge that you can see with all the alcohol and drinks and whatnot in there, they also give you a fridge that you can use for your own stuff, which is nice. You don't always get that. Sometimes there'll be a sign saying you have to pay to put stuff in the fridge because it's intended for the minibar. And I've never had this big of a closet, I don't think. Maybe once I did. Actually, I have like a walk-in closet here with a mirror next to it here, and robes, of course, and nice big safe with even some drawers in here. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty big closet. All right, so that's the little entryway, and then we go into the main living area here, and we have a couch, and TV, and there's a little sitting area built into like a couch, another couch basically built into the window area here. Kind of nice. And table, nice comfortable chair, TV right there, so you can sit in the TV and watch the chair, sit in the TV and watch the chair. I just said, yeah, you can do that.
Uh, and bed. This is kind of. I thought this was kind of interesting looking. I think this is like. Basically, this is like a radio, but it's like a. Looks like an old-fashioned radio, but I bet you like plug in your, iPhone to it or whatever. One thing about Park, lots of artwork on the walls all the time, photographs mostly, probably of, like Central Park. Now, one thing you might be thinking, the bed is here, TV is there, there's a nice comfortable chair to watch TV, and then there's another TV right behind me that you can watch from this couch. But, you say, people don't do that in hotel rooms. They watch TV from the bed. Yes, but look what we can do here. Yeah, see? We can pull that out and angle it towards the bed so you can watch TV from the bed, after all. All right, one sink, which is all you need, obviously. It's a pretty standard shower. Little thing for towels and stuff here. And separate area for the commode. All right, that's it. Pretty basic room. It's called the Nighthawk Suite. And so they have this up here explaining what a Nighthawk is. There's a picture of the Nighthawk. Okay. And you can see it's a man, actually. And then there's another Nighthawk here sleeping. And what does it say about the Nighthawk? The Nighthawk is lazy, sleeps all day, and then comes out at night to play. He always wears his evening clothes, and when it's daylight, home he goes. So yes, that is what Vegas is all about, right? Out all day, all night, out all night, and sleep all day. Then why don't they have like a 8 p.m. checkout? All right. That's all for now. We'll talk about the casino a little bit more later on, maybe.
All right, and let's take a look at that view out the window of Park MGM. It's Aria over there. And you can see way out in the distance there, that's Rio. The Hotel Rio, not not the country. And we're looking down at the pool area. It's sort of like just before the dawn, so nobody at the pool yet at about 6:30 a.m. Of course, it's January, so I don't know if there's going to be anybody in the pool anyway. Not sure if it's open. It was open at resorts.
All right, so that's about it. I talked about the rewards program here a little bit already, which I think is probably the best in Las Vegas. Close second might be Caesars, followed by Venetian, and then maybe resorts in that order. So we'll talk about some of those later on. And next, we are going to Reno, Nevada, and Lake Tahoe.